Hello everybody, this is Brooksy from the Bramley Moore Blues. This is my instant match reaction to Everton 1, Bournemouth 2. Yet again, Everton failed to capitalise on a home game that they really needed to win. They put themselves in a fantastic position on Saturday by beating Fulham away from home. We needed to win this game to really kind of push us into, it would have been about 6th place. Yeah, we would have jumped above the Reds in 6th place. But it wasn't to be, and we would have been in a really good position to kind of attack the last part of the season. But yeah, ultimately, it was a wasted opportunity. The thing that was different for this game, though, I guess, if I'm being totally fair, is that the Newcastle game, the Brentford game, the Leeds game, and the Wolves game, I don't think we played particularly well. But in patches in this game, I thought we played well. I thought we were quite sturdy in the first half. We managed to get the lead from the penalty. Second half, we played really well for the first portion until they scored the first goal. We then fell apart at an 8-minute absolute brain fade. And then when we went down to 10 men, I thought we stood up and went for it. With 10 men, we huffed and puffed. We didn't really create anything too kind of clear cut, but ultimately it just wasn't good enough. If you go back to the beginning, in terms of team selection, Harrison Armstrong and Michael Keane were left out, and Tyreek George came into play on the left-hand side. Jarrad Branthwaite came into play centre-half. I think most Blues were happy with that. Looking at social media, people were quite happy with those changes. We started the game quite well. I thought we pressed particularly well. The teams managed to cancel themselves out a little bit, and it was a first half of few chances. In terms of the chances that did come, the first one came, and it was a gilt-edged one. James Garner, there was a free kick from about 30 yards out. Because the conditions were pretty atrocious, he hit one of those free kicks that bounces just in front of the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper spilled it, and then it came straight out to Tieno Barry. He couldn't sort his feet out, and he shanked it wide, and it was a bit of a gilt-edged opportunity for him. A couple of minutes after that, some good work again from press on the left-hand side. Cross came in from Keenan Dewsbury Hall, and Jai was on the back post, and it was a combination of the goalkeeper and the post that kept the ball out. And at that point, Everton were kind of rocking. I thought we were playing quite well. We were pressing them back a little bit, but we couldn't really capitalise. They had a few decent opportunities on the break, but no real key saves from Jordan Pickford at all. The goal came just before half-time. Again, some really good pressing from Everton down the left-hand side that led to Jarrad Branthwaite nicking the ball off Ryan, who then followed him into the box and clipped his heels and gave away a penalty. And Njai stood up, slotted the ball very calmly into the goal. I think that's his fourth. He's 4-4 for penalties in the Premier League. And we got our noses in front, and I was hoping we'd just have an attritional second half, hopefully continue to kind of cancel each other out. It'd be a dull game. We take the 1-0 and we ride off into the sunset. However, that didn't happen, unfortunately. Second half, we came out bright. I thought we pressed yet again. We had so many opportunities to score that second goal and potentially kill the game. Another gilt-edged opportunity from Tieno Barry. Ball was crossed in from Njai, and he was about 6 yards out. And instead of coming towards the ball and kind of leathering it, he waited for the ball to come to him, and it gave Jimenez, the fullback, a chance to get in there and block when he really, really should have scored. Just following that, after that, Keenan Dewsbury Hall cut in from the right-hand side, hit a lovely shot that looked like he was going to really test the goalkeeper, but the defender managed to get in the way and it looped over the bar. Everton really pressed and pushed and nicked the ball. The press was really, really good. The intensity was high. And it looked like we were going to score. It was one of those, it looked like we were going to score. But then the Evertonian in me thought, if we don't score a goal here, this could come back to bite us. And unfortunately, that's what it proved to be. Bournemouth broke, had the ball down the left-hand side. I think it was Tyreek George just didn't press the full-back. I think it was Truffer, didn't press him enough. He managed to cut inside and hit a lovely ball. In fairness to him, it was a great cross. However, Mykolenko didn't really challenge Ryan at the back post. Jordan Pickford didn't come and claim it. They kind of both waited for each other, and it was a good header from the young Brazilian winger, thumped in a header to make it 1-1. And it was against the run of play, but unfortunately it was the start or the catalyst of a terrible sort of 8 minutes for Everton. 2 minutes after that, Adley scored the second goal. Another free kick given away in midfield. The free kick came in. There was a Bournemouth player that was offside, but not deeming to have affected play. Ball was headed across the 6-yard box. Adley was there to nod it in, and there was 2 headers in a row that Everton were nowhere near. They didn't really compete well enough, and out of nowhere, Bournemouth are winning 2-1. And to compound that tragedy, when we went down to 10 men, we looked to push, got caught on the break. Ryan again played really well on the right-hand side. Big, strong, powerful, athletic. Broke away, cut inside, put a lovely through ball to Adley, who dropped the wrong side of O'Brien, who clattered into him, and he was given a red card. Now, I think as soon as Andy Madley gives the red card, it was never going to be changed by VAR, but it was just inside our half. I don't know. I felt like it was a bit of a tough one, but ultimately it was never, ever going to get changed. So then we were down to 10 men. In all fairness to Everton, having gone down to 10 men, we gave it a good go. We pushed them back for the majority of the game. We huffed and puffed. There was quite a bit of intensity, quite a lot of effort and endeavour, but it was just that quality in the final third that just let us down. And the most frustrating thing is we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. We could have been 2 or 3-0 up, but we squandered. We really squandered any opportunity we had of getting 3 points with just sloppy play. And I hope we don't look back at the end of the season and kind of look at these games and think, if we'd have just focused, if we'd just been a little bit better here and there, you know, it could have been very different for us. But we'll have to see. And ultimately, we're going to have to dust ourselves down and move forward. As frustrating as today is, I don't feel quite as frustrated as I did against Newcastle and Brentford and so on, because I just thought we completely capitulated in those games and we looked really poor. We didn't do that. Yes, we had an awful 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes where everything just kind of went wrong and we looked really soft and ragged. But the players did kind of react towards the end of the game, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Did we deserve to lose it? Possibly not, but ultimately the Premier League is ruthless, absolutely ruthless, and if you don't get it right, no one's going to feel sorry for you, and unfortunately we're going to have to lick our wounds and come back. We've got a 2-week break now before we entertain Manchester United at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Hopefully we stay injury free, but we've got to break this hoodoo at the Hill Dickinson. It's becoming a problem now, ultimately. We've only won 4 games there all season so far. Our away form is absolutely amazing. So whatever it is, I don't know what it is. I don't know, you know, there's lots of things we could point to, but ultimately we're going to have to dust ourselves down and move on. In terms of man of the match, it's a difficult one on a day like today. So who shall I give it to? I am going to give it to James Garner. He just kept going. Yeah, he was sloppy at times. I think no one had a brilliant game, but again, he did drive us forward. He looked to push. He looked to sort of add intensity to our play. So I'm going to give it to James Garner. Disappointing result, Blues, but we're going to have to dust ourselves down and move on. Up them Blues. There's always another game. If you like my stuff, please give me a like. Please give me a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.